Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with one of the biggest DJs out of South Carolina, DJ D-TEC. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, homie? How you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm just chilling and vibing, man. I appreciate you for
See,
coming on.
absolutely. I know. I appreciate the opportunity to slide through and just have a great conversation, dog.
So, DJing, how it started?
Damn. Well, first, of course, I fell in love with hip hop and just buying music before I even thought about even DJing. At the time, I was buying records. The cassette tapes. Hate to say it, but at that time it was a little more expensive than the vinyl. So of course, I was just buying the vinyl and just kept buying it and buying it. And then when I moved to South Carolina in '88, that's when I started getting more involved with the rap scene and the rap movement. Because prior to that, I was living overseas for a moment. Military kid, that's why. So when I moved here in '88 to South Carolina, Sumter, I have, I was around more rap music and hip hop, and one thing led to another. But prior to that, I always, like I said, been buying the vinyl and then using my dad's stereo that had a turntable, and I would put all my favorite records all on one cassette tape, so I could have all my music all at once. So, just buying the records, having my dad's turntable, and just led me into DJing. To be honest with you.
So, growing up, who was your favorite rapper?
To be honest with you, I didn't have no particular one. I liked them all, to be honest with you. And so at that time, everybody was dope. Everybody was different. So, I liked them all, to be honest with you. I had no specific main one that I liked the most. I was really enjoying the music.
Saw you been working with, I did my research. I saw you been working with a lot of major artists, man. Gucci Man, Jeezy, RP to Rich Homie Quan, RP to Young Dolph. Gotti. Like how was that experience, meeting them when they was at, saying, at the beginning, independent artists.
When they were local from their region, um,
Yeah.
the DJing, of course, led to other opportunities and situations. But at the same time, when I was, um, my homeboy Vern Large, who is the one that kind of put us in position to do street marketing. So at that time, there was no particular name for it. It was just, hey, just send the address, and we're gonna send you a bunch of promotional items and marketing tools for you to use. Of course, we're using marketing and promotion at the moment, but back then it was, they had no clue exactly, what to call it. They just send me an address, and we're about to send you a bunch of stuff for you to give out and pass out. So at that time, our first street account was an artist named Lord Finesse that was signed with Penalty Records / Tommy Boy. And then at that time, doing that led to other situations. And that was kind of early part of the game because the street team and the street marketing was still brand new. It wasn't, labels that didn't know how to pay us and what to call us in order to pay us. So doing that led to more and more accounts. Then, took a pause for the cause and then just focused on more on the DJing side of things. And then once I got on radio, I just came across doing street accounts again. And that's what led me to work with artists like a Yo Gotti when he was signed with TVT, working with T.I. when he was at LaFace Records, Arista. So a lot of the artists I came across was because I was working with the labels and promoting these artists at that time.
Okay. So out of all the artists you done met, like who was like the coolest, the dopest, like man, he real laid back and chill. Cause once you get to that level of fame, some people start to change.
Yeah, some changed, and to be honest, some never did change. They just got worse with it. You feel me? So of course, it's all entertainment. And, most people in the field, you never know. Well, just in general, in any situation, you never know who you're dealing with until you really deal with them. And then when you deal with them multiple times and you start seeing their character and how they do things and how they carry themselves, then, it don't match. Sometimes it don't match with the music. And, after a while, you start realizing like, man, these, you know, they, they're regular people. They just have a dope ass job being who they are at that moment, becoming where they went to with good music, good marketing, good team, just the right situations in order for them to get to that level with their music. So, doing the street marketing and the street team, I had the chance to really come across a lot of people, and some were real, some, what it was, the opposite of it. But you never know until you start working with somebody. It's just like a relationship. You never know who they are until you start dealing with them on a consistent basis.
That's true too. Trust me, I know about that.
Yeah.
So talking about team, man, like a lot of people don't realize, like they see the artist, but they don't realize, saying you behind the scene, it take a team to get where they at.
Well, absolutely. It just takes the right people that believe in what you got going on. That's the team. And no one believes in you and believe what you got going on with the music and really believe the music as well as the person who makes the music. If you got no real believers on your side, then it's going to be a lot more of a mountain you have to climb in order to get to that point and to another point, to another point, to that level of success. So yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. Just like
That's
sport. That coach is gonna believe in that player.
yeah. So Carolinas, man, who you think the hottest artist right now?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. There's so many, it's a lot of artists who got great records, dope records. They still put in the work, getting to that point. Some working correctly, some is, can work a little more better. And I'm not gonna say there's no one working incorrectly, because if you don't know, how you gonna know to do right? You feel me? So if you know right, you're gonna do right. So, there's a lot of dope artists, a lot of dope talent coming out the market. And to be honest with you, it's been dope artists since day one, to be honest with you. It's just only a matter of time for, certain situations and people to get to that point in life with the success of the music. And that's being consistent. You like anything else. You want to be the best ball player, you got to practice every day. You got to watch videotapes. You're gonna carry that basketball with you everywhere you go. If you want to be the number one ball player, you got to practice your craft in order to be that type of person in the game.
Yeah, I agree, man. We got some heavy hitters coming out of Carolina though, man. They've been sleeping on us for a little minute, but we coming.
Well, to be honest, no one really slept on us, man. If anything, we really more sleeping on ourselves, to be honest with you, because
Mm,
when other people come to a market, it works for them, and
mhm.
from seeing it from this side and then working it from this side, you just really got, you just got to believe in yourself, and just, if you know better, you do better. And of course, you got to know the right people in order to get the right results. But, to be honest with you, man, um, it's just timing on what's going on in the Carolinas. And like I said, from shit, James Brown from South Carolina, you feel me? So like, certain individuals been coming out this market way before hip hop was even hip hop or rap. You feel me? So it's really about how you work your shit and get out of it. I can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
What about now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. The event coming up in November.
Yeah, so November 3rd is the Coalition DJs Carolina anniversary is coming up November 3rd. Shout out to the Coalition ATL. Those are the ones who founded the whole situation when it comes to Coalition. Shout out to Coalition Detroit. Out of Detroit, they were the second chapter, and the Carolinas were the third chapter to be established. So I established the Coalition Carolina chapter back in the end of 2013. And that's what, we're going at 11 years on doing this. So, basically just a network. First of all, it's a DJ crew of, some dope DJs. So shout out to all the homies. And then we got individuals as part of the team that are not DJs, and they're, influencers, producers, videographers. We just had all kind of individuals within our chapter, just to have that music conglomerate of, of individuals doing the right thing. So
Oh yeah.
November
And
3rd is our 11th-year celebration concert that we do. We did the 8th, we did the 9, we did 10. Now we're working on 11.
it's gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina, November 3rd as Superstars.
Okay. Is there any artists you're working with at the moment?
Yeah, I'm definitely working with an artist. He out of Charlotte, North Carolina, a guy named Brendan Myers. I always been working with artists, even like when I was working Little John, I was working a guy named Mr. Flip, so, I always been hands on outside of my market and also well inside my market. Just been blessed to work with a lot of dope records that came out of this market, so, it just, it works hand to hand. That's why, I'm able to understand to work this side and help work this side.
So if somebody would want to get in contact with you, what are your socials?
Best way to is Instagram will be at DJ underscore DJ D-TEC. So yeah, underscore DJ D-TEC. Twitter, YouTube, everything will really be DJ D-TEC. Matter of fact,
Okay,
who
okay.
you think is hot in the market?
I gotta say the baby, man. The baby putting on. Trap
Well,
Diggy.
he's the baby been putting on for a moment. I had a chance to work with him as well before he was the baby. When he was baby Jesus, and then
Yeah,
when he signed with Arnold, that's a person that I know very well. We've been working together prior to that situation. So yeah, the baby, Trap Dicky, Cusco the Fool, Brendan Myers, Hot Boy Shaq, Playboy Poppy. It's a lot of artists in the Carolina that's basically bubbling right now.
yeah, man. That's why I
I'm
say, man,
enjoying
it's
it.
like
I'm enjoying it just to see it really come into intuition. You feel me? Just seeing it for so many years from the Sean Garris to the Little Ruse to the Collard Greens. A lot of Little Broad,
yeah.
shit, Betty Grind, Colonel Lau, Rico Barrino. There's a lot of artists in the Carolinas just been doing it, still doing it, and it just getting better at it. To be honest with you,
I agree. Yeah, it's a lot of heat coming from the Carolina. I ain't gonna say coming because it being here, but
it
it's like
been
we
here.
being heard more now. And like you said, a lot of people believe in us, and it's all about support. If everybody support South Carolina music,
Oh,
it'll get out there.
that's all. And and to be honest with you, like my opinion, us having technology and having cell phones and having the internet really help bring a lot more attention to us because, not all the platforms and not a lot of people within these individuals, not individual, but a lot of individuals dealing with these platforms. They never really, it's been a lot of political stuff that it makes no sense. But, now due to the internet, you can't stop the internet. Like you know, it's you can stop TV and radio, but you can't stop the internet.
Nah, I saw you was with Young Jeezy the other night, man. How was that event?
It was cool. Definitely went up there to show the homies some love. Shout out to Young Jeezy, another artist that I came across in my time when he was before he even became Young Jeezy and before he became what he became. Definitely had a chance to come across him in an early age of his career. And when I heard the music, I was like, yo, this is different. And then even at that time, T.I. was so hot to the point where, a lot of people were saying like, man, this dude sound like a fabricated, what's the word? Fabricated T.I. I said, no, man, this dude's a little more different from T.I. T.I., he gives you trap, but this will give you the breakdown of the trap. So, just watching how no one really, well, yeah, I'm gonna say people. Well, a lot of people didn't believe in him early, and then about 6, 8 months later went by, and then his, of course, you start seeing the actions, what was coming behind the marketing and the promo of his music. After a while, people started, bite into it. But I always been that type of DJ that I always heard the record way before the record became the record. So,
Hmm.
even like down to me doing mixtapes, definitely, check out my mixtapes available on Audio Mac. And my mixtape is really consist of new artists and new music, so, and really most artists from the Carolinas, because, it's cool. I don't knock nobody from other states and other cities, but my market has been hot and it's too hot and there's too much records out here. So, I'd rather do projects dealing with artists in our region, in our market, and even on the mixtape level, just putting dope records out to the point where people come across my mixtape. They're like, yo, Jay, this is a dope project. Like, I've been playing this from the beginning to the end and I had to skip one record. Nah, that's how much music is in the Carolinas. That's so dope. So, definitely started a whole new mixtape series called Got Motion. I'm working on volume 2 now as we speak. And, and I just want to take it back to the essence of, where DJs can really, it's like a playlist, same thing. Ain't nothing different from a mixtape playlist. It's just a body of work that I put together that has a lot of music from different artists in our region. So, if you want to hear some dope music, definitely check out my mixtape, Got Motions. It's available on Audio Mac. I'm about to start putting on my YouTube channel as well too. So, just taking it back to the essence where DJs really came from, besides the block parties and the parties, and just really, just putting it on a mixtape and just giving it to the people.
Okay, I got a question. Um, do you remember your first feelings when you at first started DJing? Like that first event you DJ, what was that feeling like?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to my homeboys, Market Blocker. He had booked me to do his sister's birthday party in the backyard of the house, and I was nervous because being in your room practicing and then doing it in front of a crowd of people is different. Is a different energy. So when I did the first time doing it outside the room, of course I was shy, intimidated. I didn't know how people were gonna take how I was playing. But it was the best feeling. I never stopped, to be honest with you. And being a DJ is so dope because playing the right music, you can see the reaction of the crowd of the people, and just seeing everybody having a great time. So it was a dope feeling, and it was really a feeling that I never stopped, because even to the point, like, and I still DJ events and parties, but not as much. Just because I got more involved with working and getting the Coalition Carolina brand out there a little more better and just getting things together. And then at the same time, getting more in depth with working with artists, including the artists I was working with, Brendan Myers, on just being art development, being more of a consulting, more of an executive when it comes to marketing and promotion. Just want to just get more hands on with the music more than just being the DJ in the club or party. So I took a break in 2017 just to focus on the business side of the music, and as well too to see why it doesn't work for us, but it works for everybody else that come through our market. So I had a good chance to analyze and see exactly where and what and all this, and then able to, my own research, target what needs to be targeted to make that better. So, then that's a part of the coalition, because when I established that in 2017, 13 and 17, been working on it, but 17 got more in depth with it to be able to buy, in order to provide good services, and to the point where people can see the results. So yeah, I just been hands on with the music, but I'm definitely getting back to the DJing part, because I just love playing dope music in front of people and just watching the reaction of people having a great time off of new music.
Oh, yeah. So, Tate, what advice would you give a young DJ, you know what I'm saying, starting off? What would you tell him?
Just do your homework and your research. Understand what DJing is about, because anybody can play music. Not everybody can DJ. There's a big difference between playing music and DJing. So if anything, just do your research, do your homework to understand what a DJ is and what a DJ does. Because, a lot of people just happen to go buy equipment just because they can. And it's easy to do that because at one point in time, you have to go buy, turntables, not just the equipment. You had to go buy records. You had to go buy music in order to play this. Now, of course, we're in a digital age, so music is everywhere and it's also free. So at the same time, just understand your craft and, and work on being the best DJ that you can from what DJing culture comes from. So just do your homework and research and be the best student. So one day, you be a great teacher.
Okay. But DJ D-TEC, I appreciate you for coming through. But before we go, let everybody know what we're doing.
We're definitely chilling and vibing right now. If you're not tuned in, definitely tune in, tap in. Yo, if I'm here, where you at?
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, homie.